Teddy's. All the hepcats go there. Reggie told me about it. Says the band's a killer diller. That's great, baby, but maybe we should go on home and kill some dill in private. They walked side by side, but she managed to nudge her breasts against him. If you know what I mean. Girl, you a mess. They heard the music before they even descended the short flight of steps to the basement bar. The rough concrete floor held 24 rickety tables crushed in close together and filled with boisterous men in tight suits and chicks in beaded dresses and pearl-studded headbands. The air was steeped in smoke from cigars, cigarettes, and reefer. The July heat made it steam. Teddy's vibrated with the clinking of glasses and rousing conversations and torrents of laughter. At the rear of the club, a band, piano, drums, banjo, and trombone beating it out, and how. A bit of light hit the stage with the rest of Teddy's smothered in shadows. Hello, suckers! The hostess greeted them, voice thundering, her abundant frame housed in a loose-fitting black dress decked with an ocean of multicolored beads and sequins. The low-cut number showed off her big breasts. A horsehair wig decorated with a red rose sat atop her head, and she carried a fluffy red feather boa around her ample shoulders. Welcome to Teddy's, she said, where the jazz is hot and the liquor's bootleg and cold. Just y'all two tonight? Ooh, girl, where'd you find this cat? If I was you, I wouldn't come in here. I'd take him home and blow his top. Honey, I'ma do just that, Angeline said. A couple of drinks and we out of here. Ben slung her an admonishing look. She knew he didn't favor such graphic talk in public. The hostess laughed, a big, robust guffaw. Girl, I heard that. Y'all come with me. She got between them, hooked her arms in theirs, and guided them to a table. A woman appeared on stage just as they sat down, singing in a raspy, down-home voice. The kind that made you think she was the blues. My man sure ain't lazy. He goes all day and works downtown. My man sure ain't lazy. He goes all day and works downtown. When he comes home at night, I make him turn my damper down. A waitress arrived at the table. In her sleeveless satin dress with its thigh-high hem, she looked like a chorus girl in one of those all-colored musical revues. She carried a tray with 2 teacups, which she placed before Ben and Angeline. They each took a big gulp of tea. It sent a shudder from their eyebrows to their toes. Ben recovered first. There's some good damn tea. His voice was hoarse. Righteous, Angeline said. Benny, she tickled her knee against his under the table. Benny, she said again, her voice a cross between an innocent coo and a seductive purr. Can't wait to get you home. The spot where she rubbed his knee burned. Without warning, she leaned over and kissed him, rough, her tongue flicking over his lips. Ben didn't like doing this in front of people, but had no choice but to respond in kind. Yeah, man, someone behind them yelled. You go on and kiss that chick. Others chimed in, cheering them on as they kissed. That's his main queen, I can see that. She sure is, and she a good piece of barbecue. That chick sure is some fine dinner. The crowd whooped and applauded as if Ben and Angeline were the opening act of a floor show. He jerked away from her, leaving her reeling from the sudden stop. He was embarrassed, but intoxicated too. The gin, the crowd, the salty funk of sweat, and the odor of reefer wafting through the place. And now the real show began as the hostess mounted the stage, big breasts leading the way, dress rustling as she climbed the steps. Hey, suckers, how y'all doing tonight? Everybody got enough tea? Glad to hear it, 'cause at Teddy's it's always tea time. But you know what, honey? I need me a man to pour my tea right out of a nice, long spout. You know that's right. If you know a man got a good spout, you send him right on over. And if he ain't got a good spout, tell him to keep his ass home with his wife. And if anyone here tonight got a good spout, you come see me in the back room. Well, suckers, we got a good show for y'all tonight, so let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, Teddy's is...